yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now it's Jackson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. 3 down. Heads here. Hey, we got Mike 50. Mike 50, huh? We don't want this.
Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Devin Bush. He brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And he's going to go down again. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man, able to record his 5th sack of the season.
It's now 3rd down.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They go play action now. Jackson. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Stephon Tuitt in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's J.K. Scott now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Take it at the 37. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. From just shy of midfield, Allen, open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Operating from the red zone now. Allen, he'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. James Washington, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point put through by Boswell, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Oh, it was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Watch the twist.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 46-yard line.
We own him. He's cracked.
On 2nd down, Dobbins. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Tighten up, tighten up.
They'll try the left side. Dobbins. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 37-yard line.
Ready? Not a wolf. I got wide. Alert 3, alert 3. Let's go. Come on. Whip.
They'll try the left side. Dobbins. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. For a lot of people, the MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen, but we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It was Mike Hilton up to make the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Steelers' 25-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. And since they still have 10 yards to go, they'll just say, let's roll this over to third down and decline it.
Let's just be honest about it. If you can't get them off the field on 3rd and 10, then something's wrong with your defense anyway. No sense in taking that penalty.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down.
55. Right there in the middle. 55. And here we go. Watch it.
Jackson from the shotgun. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On first down, Dobbins. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. On second down now, Dobbins fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Ready? 50, 50. Mike 50. It's a party now. It's a party now.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Tavecchio puts this one through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up, and the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
This will be taken very short, and he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. The throw over the middle, taken in. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Throwing on first down is Allen. Complete. It's Johnson. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, check.
Now Allen again. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Joshua Jackson there to knock that one away. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Going deep to the end zone for Juju. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces bounces back out. He had it online, but it comes up about a rotation short. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get in the field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you call multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
Watch tight end. We got 3, fellas, we got 3. 87's mine, I got 87.
They'll run on first down. It's Logan, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
At the Steelers' 37-yard line.
So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. This from 54 yards away. And this one is right down the middle. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you turned that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 44-yard line. So into Packer territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here's Johnson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They run it again with Cook. And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 25.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. His 21st touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will be taken short. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback, but when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
To throw, it's Allen. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
First down, Pittsburgh.
On the ball, on the ball, on the ball. Check, watch 54, watch 54. In your face.
The first down carry here for Johnson. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
2nd and 5 now. Allen. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 23. Allen now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Allen fakes the give and keeps himself. Quick hitter here. It's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 2nd down, Cook. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscle all over the field and getting pushed down it.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Mike middle. They're running it. Mike 54.
Allen now on 3rd and goal. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
13 yards, 1st down, Packers. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Now a give, right side. Dobbins. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give them a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. On 3rd down, Jackson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided 1 shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard and realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
Fourth down, here's Jackson. And no, it's incomplete. Devin Bush, the linebacker, was the one there in pass coverage. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
In on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Again, it's Cook. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. And the Steelers on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Now Allen. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now, Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team. But the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Check back 15. I know he ain't got it. Look, I got it. Mike 50, Mike 50.
On 2nd and a couple. Jackson. Buying time to his left. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down, Dobbins. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Hey, check. Mike 50, Mike 50. I'm here all day. I'm here. Shut up.
Throwing now is Jackson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Johnson on the counter. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Check. Watch 54. We got it. Check. 56. Done. Five. Check. Mike 54. Mike 54. All right, T. Let's go. All right, T. We go.
Back around his goal line. Here's Allen. And that is incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
So they come up on second down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. Cook with a first down and much more. And now off to the races down the right side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the interception by the Steeler D leads to a touchdown. Extra point put through by Boswell. Meanwhile, in Foxborough, they're in the fourth quarter. The Jets continuing to pour it on. They're opening the lead up even further. Another victory perhaps in the cards. They're looking as good as anybody as the playoffs draw near. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger. And dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Steelers, it's an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.